welcome to Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast, your podcast dedicated to all things Animal Crossing. Episode 216 is brought to you by Malcolm, Cosmic Anvil, and Tay Ann, some of our newest Patreon patrons. This episode is also possible thanks to our producers, For the Whim, Tiger Yuri, Tab, and Mikey Toe. This week, Nina, Sergio, and I will be kicking off the new year with some wonderful art. From there, we'll discuss our Animal Crossing New Year's resolutions and some personal resolutions that we have made for the year. So to begin, hello Sergio, how are you doing?
Hello Chuy, I'm doing pretty nicely. I'm excited for this new year. I hope everybody had a nice end to 2021 and an even better 2022. It should be a good one.
Yeah, did you end up going to the New Year's event in game?
No, nothing, no.
Yeah, me neither. Nina, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little sad I have to go back to work tomorrow, but, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Nobody likes work. Just cancel work, world. Okay. You had the opportunity to do it, and you didn't take it.
It's trying really hard, the world.
You had it. Come on. Nina, did you go to the New Year's event?
I did about an hour ago, yes.
Oh, you dirty cheat.
I was so planning on doing it like I always do. This is like the first New Year's in a very long time that I haven't done the New Year's at midnight. But my little brother and a bunch of friends online ended up playing Sea of Thieves, and we shot off fireworks with their pirates and chased down a salty galleon. And
well, that's a
fun.
New Year's event.
Yeah. But I missed it. Like for the past, it's what, the third now? What day is it? The second?
It's the second now, yeah.
So the past 2 days I've been missing the New Year's countdown. I had to play it today, and it felt really good.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you got to experience it. Like I said, it was one of those years last year where I was just off on my own, so I could make it, but this year was more like normal. We were in California with family, so I didn't get the chance to log in, and I'm not a time traveler, so no backwards time travel for me.
I mean, you gotta play the way you play.
Yeah, play the way you play. That said, you might need to send me some hats so I can catalog some things if you bought them.
So question, if you come over and pick them up, can you catalog them, or are they unorderable?
I mean, I just kind of want them in my catalog. I don't need to order them.
Okay, can do.
Yeah.
Because I think last year I got a bunch of different ones. Because your town only sells one type of
certain
hat.
Colors,
right,
yeah.
Certain colors of that type of hat. So it's a lot of collecting, actually.
Yeah, you have to do the event several times with a bunch of different people to get them all. All right. Well, before we get too far into the show, it is the first episode of the year and the month, which means we have some new artwork to show you all. This one comes from Jenny, and I hope it's correct, Jenny Lelong, I believe her name is, but It is a wonderfully cute little image of characters going on a little ski trip together. We've got they're so cute. I love them so much. But Nina, what do you think of this one?
I mean, I know we say this every time, but this one is so cute.
Yes.
It's too much. It reminds me of like really old school Sanrio, maybe, or it's like I don't know, kind of 80s Japanese like children's cartoons. It's incredible. I started following this person on Twitter as soon as you showed us a preview of this artwork.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, and I should say they go by NiniWanted on Twitter and their social media and everything. And yeah, like the old school style is so cute. I actually found this artist through a Pokemon drawing that she did. Yeah, and funny enough, this is, I'll say, the first artist that we've gone to that doesn't like actively play Animal Crossing and more just like knows of it from the outside. And I was like, this could be really fun. I'd really like to see the interpretation. Yeah. And already just seeing like the ski trip thing is amazing.
Yeah.
So, Sergio, what are you thinking on this one?
Yeah, you can tell right away that this is different, but not in a bad way for sure. It looks very nice, very unique. I like it a lot.
Yeah, the little snowballs get me every time. They're just in the air.
And who is that cube up in the air?
It is rolled.
Rolled. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think it's Joey and then Ursula, I believe,
Yeah.
is the bear. Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
All of these, I believe, do fall in the January birthday category. So I kind of this process usually with the artists is, I can list some characters and a lot of them are pretty well known. A lot of people who play Animal Crossing know a lot of the different characters. So this process for me was like, all right, I'm going to have to give a little bit more reference to everything. So I was like,
Right.
here's a link to this character, how they look and everything. So
Yeah.
I gave her about 7 characters and I was like, choose any of them that you want to put in. And so, yeah, these were all her picks. So we know the ones that she just kind of, felt she liked a little bit.
Oh, nice.
You know what? Now that you say that she has not played Animal Crossing, it kind of gives a little more detail or background into like the poses, because the poses are pretty
Right.
dynamic. And I think a lot of people who play Animal Crossing often don't pose characters that they draw in poses that they wouldn't do in game. I know that's not a hard rule and that you can take
Yeah.
artistic license with this
Yeah.
kind of stuff, but these guys like are having so much fun. And I think that's kind of giving more life to them.
Yeah, I think it lends to it a lot. I was really excited to work with her to the point where, at first I sent a pitch and she was like, oh, I can't really do that with that budget. And I was like, that's okay. I still love this other idea. It's perfectly good. And so I thought it came out perfectly. So yeah, a little bit about Jenny. Jenny, better known as NiniWanted on social media, is a French illustrator. She creates illustrations with a naive pop touch and her personal work is inspired by her love of Japan. With her lighthearted universe, Jenny... actually, I'm not sure what that says. Jenny invites you to wander in a joyful and colorful world. So, yeah, very joyful, very colorful.
Yeah.
I love... It just
Yeah.
has so much pop to it. It's great. And then, as always, NiniWanted, their links are in the description. We've got an Instagram, Twitter, a shop where you can buy some cool little things that look really cute. I'm tempted for sure. And then a website so you can see other things, her portfolio and everything. So go check out NiniWanted. Hopefully you all enjoy the artwork that she's making. I know I'm a huge fan. And I'll try to find and put in the description as well the little Pokemon post. But basically it was one of those, I love when people do this, but drawing Pokemon from memory, that was her post. And it was just like really cute, simplified versions of the Pokemon. And I was like, you need to do this with Animal Crossing characters. It's adorable.
Oh, how
So-
fun.
Yeah, really fun piece. We're excited to have it for the entire month. And once again, go check her out. It is so good. Every piece is just as adorable as this. It's amazing. All right, everybody, let's get into the show. The first thing we want to do is quickly go over some New Horizons updates that were very secretly added and sneakily added in just one of those random version, 2.0.4 updates, right?
Yes.
So these were things that were kind of discovered lately. Nina, do you want to take it away from here?
Yeah, these were I found these on Twitter, like an update of these items that had been updated on Twitter, and I was like, "Wait, what?" I had no clue. Like I, kind of retreated into my own apartment this holiday break, and haven't been, doing much of anything, which is nice. But these totally surprised me. So, tons of New Year items in the seasonal Nook shopping section, which hopefully they're not gone by the time this episode comes out, but they might. And if you like to backwards time travel like me, you can still get them. Some of them old, but some of them are brand new and they're really, really cute. And there's like 10 or more, maybe. I didn't count them, but I was surprised at how many items there were.
I have just looked, and it looks like they're available until the 5th. So
good.
the day after this episode airs is the last day that they are available.
So go get them if you haven't already. Well, gosh, you can only order 5 at a time, and there's definitely more than 5. So
You can get 10 items, basically. Actually, now that I'm looking through the list, too, it seems that some have already been removed, but I believe some of those were from last year.
Okay.
So there's a mix of new stuff and old things here, though.
Very cute. And then also another part of the secret update is that Katrina has now been given all 13 of the Zodiac animal figurines that have like little bobbleheads, you know? And I think that you get them from her just like you do with her bad luck charms. Well, good luck charms for bad luck days. So before she only had 4 items you could collect, and you have to buy them for like 10,000 bells on a bad luck day. And now you can also have all of the Zodiac animal figurines, which is very excited because we only have 2 so far, right? The ox and the tiger.
I believe so. I mean, I remember the tiger for sure,
Right.
and I think I must have gotten the ox at some point if that was available.
I think last year was Year of the Ox, and this coming year is Year of the Tiger. So unless you want to play for 11 more years, which you could do, or you could get them from Katrina, you know? It's cool.
Yeah. Just when I thought I was done going to Katrina's, like all of my friends already are at max friendship. I don't need those friendship charms anymore. And then I'd finally gotten the 4th item that she just wouldn't give me. And now I'm just like, all right, well, okay. I'll make another trip out to Harv's. I do the trip anyways every Monday, of course, when the stuff goes through rotation, you know? So that'll just be an extra stop that I do on Mondays. Maybe I don't have to do it every day, but you know, at least once a week.
Yeah, you'll
good.
get them eventually.
Yeah. And oh my goodness, with my luck, I feel like I went a couple weeks without having bad luck, and I was just like, come on, I need this last item. Stop making me come here. Yeah, so, well, I'm glad you found these, and it's really cool that they keep secretly adding things. I know Nintendo said they're not going to do, like, a major update, but it seems like we're still going to get some little secret things added here and there, which is a nice touch for them.
Yeah. And we've got a few other small holidays on the horizon, so hopefully we'll keep getting the seasonal Nook stuff, too.
Yeah, the seasonal stuff, it tends to, you know... I feel like that was the updates before, so it'll probably just continue like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, like I said earlier, it is a new month, it is a new year, and it's time to go over our Animal Crossing resolutions. But before we get into that, I actually did some digging. I went to our notes a year ago, and I found that last year, Nina, Sergio, and I talked about our hopes and dreams for Animal Crossing in 2021, and I got all of our little notes here. We're going to go through them and see which ones happened, which ones did not, and I guess we'll all just go through our own, right? So I can kick it off here with my list.
Okay.
The first one I saw was... the first one I hoped for was I want to see more DIYs.
Oh,
happened.
Yeah.
It happened in a big way. We've got more cooking, we've got more crafting, and honestly, it's keeping the game alive for me.
Yeah.
I love logging in. I love seeing who's crafting something. So there's still tons of DIYs that I have to look for. There's so many that I haven't even looked at a list of what they are, so I could like catalog them and start seeing what my progress is, because I just keep finding more, and I'm like, okay, this is good. We're making progress. So there are more DIYs. The next thing I wanted was to see more items, furniture, and clothing added. I think they did a good job with like the items and the furniture aspect. And by items, I kind of meant like the miscellaneous things. Like I think they shine through most at Red's shop, you know, where he has the little raffle ticket items that you can get. You can finally eat a little donut.
There's so many things.
Flip a little book around. There's so many cute little items. And then the furniture, of course, we got tons through the Happy Home Paradise thing. It's so much. Clothing, there's a little bit of new clothing. They could have added more, I will say.
Though I have noticed there's a lot new stuff at Kicks. So
Oh, yeah. That's
that kind
true.
of counts.
Ah.
Kick's got a decent clothing update. So yeah, not too bad overall on that one. The next one, who I wanted to see museum exhibits expanded. I
Oh,
wanted more bugs, more fish, more fossils, more art, maybe a gyroid room. None of that happened.
wait though. We did get technically a museum expanded.
It did expand. It did. You know what? You're right, but I specifically put museum exhibits
You gotta
expanded.
The
take the
coffee
win.
exhibit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's got
okay,
gyroids
yeah.
in the back of his room.
And if you scan Amiibo, you can exhibit other characters in
Yeah.
there.
Come on,
All right,
give it
that's
to yourself,
fair.
Chuy.
Next time, though, give me more bugs, more fish, more fossils, more art. This next one I'm very happy about. We got additional Nook Miles goals.
Oh.
That's what I wanted. That's what I'm working toward. It's amazing. Uh, this next one's gonna make a lot of people sad. Nook's
Oh.
Cranny upgrade.
Oh, I
It-
still can't
it's-
believe it.
To some extent, it's upgraded that there's new items that
No.
show up there and everything, but it's really not upgraded. It's fake. It's a fake upgrade.
It seems so strange to me that at least it doesn't upgrade enough to get rid of the little mop and bucket on the side of the building, which I love, but
It's cute.
Yeah.
I want that item for myself, but yeah, I getcha. All right, the next one, new holiday items and recipes, and I'd say this one happened. We definitely got some new
Yeah.
holiday items, and there's definitely some new recipes that we
yeah.
have been finding through these
It's
things.
true.
So
Have you
yeah.
guys seen the huge ornament yet?
yeah, I
Okay,
did.
good.
It's amazing. I made sure to get. I finally got all of those DIYs, the new ornament
Oh,
ones. So
Good.
I'm happy.
Mhm.
Okay, this I'm gonna give it to me because it kind of happened. I said resident services upgrade, introduce Lottie and Digby, and the Happy Home Academy.
Aw.
It took a different shape.
Yeah.
It's, paid DLC. There's unfortunately still not really Digby. We can scan him in and he'll
Yeah.
visit, which is nice, but he's not part of the Happy Home Paradise team. We did get Nico and Wardell though, so I mean, pretty decent trade-off. Those are great characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, that I would say it happened. We got Happy Home stuff in
Yeah.
this game.
Yeah.
From here, Harv's has more events to introduce more items.
Ah.
It kind of took shape once again.
Yeah.
Not really through events. To some extent, I guess we did see Tortimer celebrating Autumn as Cortimer the
Yeah.
whole time. So some event-like features at his place, but definitely new items, which is good. And then the last one I had was even more holidays. And I don't know. I mean, I think they'll really only appear as like seasonal items in Nook Shopping
Yeah.
if they're addressed. So
Mhm.
not so much. But also that wasn't the biggest one that I wanted,
Yeah.
So as far as my hopes go, though, from last year, a lot of them happened,
Yeah.
and I'm really happy with how that
Yeah.
went.
I think you got more right than wrong. You did great.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. All right, Sergio, take it away here.
All right, so these were my hopes a year ago for Animal Crossing New Horizons. First, I wanted a fairly substantial anniversary update, so it would have happened on March 20, adding several heavily requested features like the roost, gyroids, and a brand new feature. So
Wow.
these kind of happened, just not for the anniversary. It took a little extra
Yeah.
time,
Mhm.
but for the brand new feature, I would think of cooking first.
Yeah.
So yeah, these ones happened.
Yeah, I mean, you got several brand new features with this one for
Yeah.
sure. So, limiting it to one, you were only going to be happy.
Yeah. And then after that, I was hoping for like quarterly updates every couple of months with 2 or 3 returning features or shops or special characters. And we got a bunch of those with the big update, but not quarterly. We're really
Mm-hmm.
not getting anything that big anymore, at least according to Nintendo.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So would you have
Yeah.
been happier if our big update had been broken into smaller updates along last year and this
Oh,
year?
oh man, that's an interesting question. I'm curious about that. I would think so. I'm one of the crazies. I would have wanted that split up.
Yeah. I think the one thing we'd run into that, like, I think we'd be happy to see new stuff added, like
Hmm.
bigger things, but
Mhm.
I think overall we've seen what the reception has been with fans on these like kind of quarterly updates they did before.
Ah,
Yeah.
true.
And they'd be kind of saying that it's too slow. It's not doing it for them.
Yeah.
So I think Nintendo tried it differently this time around, and for the most part, I'd say people have been satisfied with where the game is now.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's true. After that, I wanted minor changes to repeat events. It's like maybe adding one new item or DIY for each. And it seems like we did get new items. Some of the holidays, the repeat holidays, have a bunch of new items. So I think that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think unfortunately this update landed for anybody who doesn't time travel. This update it landed after Halloween, and I believe there's even new stuff for Halloween. So we got to experience some new things for Thanksgiving and Toy
Ah,
Day, or I guess Turkey Day in this game and Toy Day. So you got to look forward to Halloween next year.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice. And then, oh, this one kind of hurts. I wanted the quality of life updates, like minor tweaks with button shortcuts, being able to store things with one button. We kind
Mm.
Mm,
of got some conveniences, like we've been able to place a storage bin outside so we can reach it everywhere, but not like
Yeah.
button shortcuts. Like, those would be so nice and they can still happen, but it doesn't look like Nintendo wants them to happen for some reason.
Yeah.
yeah. The biggest one for me right now, as I am constantly moving things around, is I would love, like, if in my inventory I could select 9 items and drop them right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of going one
Oh,
by one, the whole process.
Yeah.
It's slow.
interesting.
Nice. I also hoped for additional villager dialogue. In a way, we got it now that the villagers can do more things that they could before. They can visit you, they can invite you over. So,
Mm-hmm.
in a way, we did get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say there's quite a bit of dialogue that we haven't seen. And then all the stuff that's added with like the cafe too. That's got a lot of
Mm.
cool
Yes,
dialogue in there.
yes. And my last hope was for more returning furniture series. And yeah, we got that again through Happy Home Paradise. So that was nice. And also, well, it kind of doesn't count, but Reese and Cyrus being able to customize
Oh.
furniture, that's also nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you did a great job on your list too, Sergio.
Yeah.
Like a lot of your hopes and dreams came true.
Yes.
All
uh,
right, Nina,
we'll see how
you're
I
up.
do. Let's see. My first one says, I'd love to see more villagers added in. Things got a
Mm.
little
Oh.
crazy with there only being a few new villagers in this game. I think this was me talking about how in New Leaf we had 100 new villagers,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we only had a few, but we did. We got more new villagers, so that was
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. I mean, New Leaf, it's hard to beat that when you get new villagers and new species of
Yeah,
villagers.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
so I think overall, you lucked out with this one.
Yeah, for real. We did get our first little glow in the dark villager too, so it's a good new batch of
Yeah.
villagers.
Oh man, they're so cute.
They are. This one says more reactions added with events. The new reactions are adorable and really expand upon our characters, making them feel more lifelike. And we got this too. We got
Yeah.
tons of new reactions.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. And the new dancing ones that you have to unlock are incredible. They're some of my favorite. I can't wait, Sergio, for you to see them.
Oh.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
let me tell you right now, I'm not going to tell you how, but I will say that I have 2 full pages of reactions.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
2 full
2
pages.
full Wait a minute.
Yes.
Okay.
So you just keep playing the game.
Okay.
Ah.
See what you do that makes this happen, but it's a thing.
What? Okay. I also saw the cutest little TikTok recently about someone like judging how you can use these new dance moves in your real life, and it's like 10 out of 10 would recommend. Like you've got it. I'll have to link it for you guys. It's really cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah. My next one says, if Happy Home Designer expands, I'd love to have an entire house update. I hate having to upgrade entirely to a huge house before I can customize the outside. I want my extra character to be in a cute little cabin in the woods, not a mansion. And we have not gotten this, even though we can change the villagers' houses, which is nice. I still would like to be able to shrink down my house or to customize the ones that are smaller.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Who knows? I guess to like some extent you can do a lot of customization, but it's not quite your place. You're always doing just other villagers' homes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, the next one, Bugs and Fish expanded. Again, we didn't get this one either.
Yeah, I'm still hurt about that too.
Oh well. My next one says, "Give us Tortimer Island back." I loved the Rover puzzle course, and I want to see more fun interactive festivities like that. I think it would be perfect for multiplayer. And we need confirmation that Tortimer is alive. So at least we got that.
Tortimer is on an island. He's alive.
Look, half of what I wanted is there.
And he celebrates the Acorn Festival.
He gave me so many acorns, and they're hard to get, so I was very excited.
Yeah, I love that.
Now I just need him to put a pine cone on his head and start giving me pine cones.
Right? I feel my count is all off, but I sat for hours getting pine cones and acorns a while back.
Yeah. And then my last one says, I know this is shooting for the moon, but I'd love to see tides and caves introduced. This idea was kicked around a lot before release. We could get crystals back. We could have an actual job for Rossetti and Dawn, and we could have another fun daily activity to add to our chores. Plus, fun things the tides can carry in. Which, now we get the gyroids carried in with the waves. So there you go. And the first time we went to the Roos, Rossetti was there. So, we do get little things, but no crystals yet.
Yeah, none of the gems. But honestly, still, so many of the things that we listed here are there.
Yeah.
In one way or another. And that is surprising.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We weren't expecting this update at all. It kind of blew everyone out of the water. It's so nice.
Yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we made our hopes and dreams and that we could look back and see if anything happened.
Aw.
All right. Well, now that I feel like it's a little bit harder to have hopes and dreams for the game this year since we know that Nintendo is actively probably working on the next Animal Crossing. They've probably been in planning mode for the next one. I mean, I don't want to get you all too hyped. It'll be like 5 years.
Here, how about
tell
this?
You right now.
How about our hopes and dreams for next year, 2023, when we make... In 12 months when we're making these hopes and dreams, we can hope and dream for any sort of news for the next series.
Oh man. Okay. If we're doing that, I wouldn't mind seeing another spin-off. Another Animal Crossing spin-off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be like a good in-betweener announcement for me to, be excited about.
Yeah. Though now that they know how much money they can make off Animal Crossing, I would be very surprised if it took another 9 years. How long was it again?
Exactly. Yeah.
I would be surprised.
Yeah.
They've got to be working on it.
Yeah, I'm sure they've had like their drawing board of ideas where they're like, "Oh, this would be cool to do, but it can't quite fit in this game. Let's save it for the next one."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
What about you, Sergio? What would you have as a hope and dream for next year?
I mean, an Animal Crossing spin-off sounds nice. I was even thinking Amiibo Festival too. It could even be called Amiibo
Oh,
Festivale, and it could be all about Pave.
Oh,
that
uh,
wouldn't be bad.
yeah.
Amiibo
I'd be into
Festival
that.
2. You guys didn't play the first one. That's what it'll be called.
Yeah, now with less amiibo. Because the fact that you had to scan in an amiibo in order to even just like start the game, that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nina, any hopes and dreams?
I mean, I'm still wanting, KK Rhythm Fever or,
Yes,
Cooking Mama Brewster.
yes.
That's what I want.
Work Animal Crossing the Roost. You work as a barista and you have a rhythm game every Saturday with KK Slider.
There you go.
Nice.
It's perfect.
Nice.
Perfect game. All right. Well, let's get into talking about our Animal Crossing resolutions. I'm looking at my list. It's too long. It's technically like 6 things, but I listed out specifics of one that I'm working on. But yeah, let's go through our resolutions for the year, what we want to accomplish, what we want to do, or, how we want to have fun with Animal Crossing. So, Sergio, do you want to kick us off here?
Sure thing. And yeah, the first thing that comes to mind, I definitely have to beat or finish Happy Home Paradise.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I've seen things on Twitter. I've heard about, well, not in full detail, but what I saw definitely. I gotta do this. I gotta see it with my own two eyes in the game. Yeah. Um, I'm not too sure how. I do want to do it as soon as possible. Hopefully.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Maybe one house a day.
Right.
One house a
Yeah.
week.
And then we can have a complete Happy Home Paradise review episode.
Yes.
All Happy Home Paradise all the time.
That'd be perfect. Yes.
Mm.
And then the next one, I want to complete some Nook Miles, not the Nook Miles Plus, the daily ones, like the easy ones, if you will. I want to complete, the big challenges, the ones that I still haven't completed. Like, I'm working on the turnip ones. So
Yeah.
I kind of want to focus on one at a time. So, I'm doing the turnips, and then later on, I could probably say, okay, I still need to catch this many fish or bugs or complete this exhibit. So if I take one at a time, I'm still going to be completing a lot of things in the game that I haven't done if I do the Nook Miles. So I think like that's an interesting approach for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. I think sometimes I think of how to approach it like that as well, because that's a big thing on my mind at all times. So I'm just like, oh, maybe I'll just do this one for a week and see how far I get along this task, you know?
Yeah. And in a way, you're doing two things because you're kind of focusing on the Nook Miles, but you're doing the Nook Mile goal, which is something else, like bugs or fish or
Yeah.
yeah, it just keeps very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good way to change it up for
Yeah.
sure.
Another thing, this has been lagging for quite a while. I want to do something with my basement in game. Right now, it's just storage. It doesn't even have like a wall. It's just I was testing out some custom design pattern colors, and I just left that there. So it's storage. That's where I throw my turnips when I buy them. I want to do something nice. I'm thinking like I did in New Leaf. I had like a game room or like a man cave type of room. So I want to do something like that. I'm sure there's a lot of new items here that I could use there. So that's an exciting interior design project for me.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And that's like kind of a good way to offload your storage for sure, because that's what I feel.
Ah,
Yeah.
My storage is so packed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then my last resolution in game, I want to finish some parts of my island. There's one on the right side that's been empty for a while. Right now it works because that's where I do my snowman. But I definitely want to complete that. Some areas of the island that I just haven't gotten around to. I have some ideas at least of what I want to do. So I just got to get around to doing it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love these. I think you can accomplish them this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nina, what are your resolutions?
So my first one, I'd love to collect all the DIYs and like subsequently I want to cook all the food recipes. I like having a little check
Ooh.
mark next to all of my
Ah.
DIYs. And so it's a lot of cooking, but it's fun. And then I like too how you have to like make sugar or wheat before you make certain recipes. So I'm excited to look into that and kind of make a little chart for myself.
Yes, I love this. Funny enough, I talked about how I played Animal Crossing for a while yesterday before I think we started recording. I was basically just doing that. I was like, all right, I've gotten all of these new recipes. Let's make as many as I can
Yeah.
before, I don't know, just see how many I can make
Yeah.
with what I've got. And I got through quite a few. It was nice.
Well, and some of the fun new recipes you only get by catching certain fish, and then your character does that thing where the little exclamation mark goes above its head, and it's like, oh, I can do something with this. So I've got a list of fish that I need to catch also, which is exciting because it'll,
Oh,
some of them are not in season, so it'll take a little while.
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. My next one is to continue playing Happy Home Paradise. So I've beaten it and I've done like the little expansion for one of the, what are they called? The like my main,
Facilities?
gosh, facilities.
Is it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But I've heard that even if you've finished all those things, there's still more stuff to unlock. So I need to get back into it. I've taken a big long break from it, except for like going and checking on the beach for a recipe, or talking to the people in my restaurant for a recipe. But I haven't done a house in a very long time. I think I might have been a little burnt out trying to finish it because I was so excited and I loved it so much. But now that I've taken a good break, I'm ready to keep trudging forward.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get you too, because I've ended up at that same spot where I'm like, okay, I've done like all the main story things, and since then, I've literally only made one more house
Yeah.
outside of just visiting to get like extra things that you get from going. I just randomly was like, oh, you know what? I feel like I would want to go design a house. So I just did a random one, and now I'm like, oh, it seems like there's still a lot that you can unlock and
Yeah.
get for your working there. So I think I want to get back on it too.
Yeah. My next one is to complete my art museum. I am 3 pieces
Oh,
away.
Oh.
I'm so ready. Having read on Harv's Island has been so helpful. And I've also just been buying the fake art whenever it's there because then there's a chance of it getting replaced by a real piece, I
Right.
think. So I've been doing that a lot. I've got tons of fake pieces if anyone needs any, which is some of them are really cool out on the island and some of them are haunted, which is fun. So the fake ones aren't always duds. But gosh, I'm
do
so
you
close I can taste it. 3 pieces.
do you know which 3?
Yes. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I might look later and see if I got them for you.
Oh gosh. Okay. The real motherly statue, which is so funny because it's one of my favorite pieces. I've had the fake one outside of my museum forever. The Valiant statue, the one with the wings. I think I talked about it
Yeah.
in our last and Nina does the museum
Nenart?
with Blathers section.
The totally catchy name.
And then the warm painting, which is always genuine. It's like when that lady who's like reclining. It's a very horizontal piece.
Oh, okay.
I'm very
I think I know
excited.
which one you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh my gosh, so close.
Well, I'll look through and I'll see if I've got them for you.
Okay, thank you. That would be good. But if not, I feel like it has been going faster because of Red.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
My last one is so I'm not huge on completing every single Nook mile. Like I don't even think I've gotten the one yet where you have to catch like maybe 5 wasps in a row or something. Which
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I
right.
need to update this because I can't find wasps on my island anymore. I've been
Oh.
shaking like all of the trees and there's 0. So they must be hiding in like really remote trees or something like that. So
Yeah.
I'm adding a little like subsection to this one I'm about to say. but it's to complete the coffee and the stretching routines. And then I think I also need to add that bee catching one too.
Yeah.
We have to catch 5 in a row without getting stung. But
Yeah.
I think the coffee and the stretching routine ones keeps giving you presents. So I wanna do those.
Yeah, let me tell you, definitely complete the coffee and the stretching routines.
Yeah.
Get to
Oh.
50. I
haven't gotten
promise
50
you
yet, but I'm
it'll
very
be
close.
amazing.
I think I'm above 30.
Okay, yeah. I completed mine pretty recently,
Ooh.
Okay.
and
Oh man.
they're both so worth
You're
it.
getting me excited. I gotta get into those too.
Yeah, you've got to do it every single day.
Yeah.
All
Catch
right.
bees. Find bees, then catch bees.
Yes, do it all.
Yeah.
All right.
Your turn.
My resolutions. I've got 6 of them. One I just added at the end because it needs to happen. But the first one, I want to complete all my Nook Miles cards, all the long-term
Ooh.
goals. I
Wow.
listed everything that I still need to do. It's catch the 5,000 fish, catch the 5,000 bugs, catch the 2,500 diving creatures, which isn't as long. I could probably do that one pretty quickly, actually. Craft 3,000 tools, craft 3,000 pieces of furniture, cook I don't know how much. The next one I'm on is like 500 things or 300, I think.
Oh.
It's a lot. I still have to cook it a lot. Plant produce. This one,
that's easy.
yeah, this one shouldn't be too bad. I think I'm at 100, and the goal
Yeah.
is 200. So I should be able to do that one pretty easily. I could probably just take a day and just,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
The next one is Smile Isle. This one's gotten a little easier since the update. A lot more things count toward you doing something for your villagers. So I'm close on this one. I think I'm about 95 away. I have 205 of the 300, I think.
Nice.
And
That's
then
a lot.
yeah, I've done. I had a method before. It's probably not as relevant now because it's so much easier to get Smile Isle things. But there was a trick that I would do to get things. I never made a video about it. Never really talked about it too much. But anyways, the next one I have is Nook Miles for Miles. That's just doing the Nook Miles Plus tasks.
Yeah.
I'm at I'm looking at it now, 2,255 of 3,000.
Oh
So
my gosh.
quite a ways to go still, but we'll get there. And then the last one I have is KK Mania,
Yes.
which I've fallen dreadfully behind on this past year.
No.
I'm at 72, so 28 more KK Slider shows to go to, which that should be done this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little
good.
less
It's
than
less
half
than
the
a
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my goal. Finish all of these by the end of this year. Have my entire card completely
Nice,
finished.
Nice.
Then from there, number 2, redesign my island. I tore down a bunch of stuff earlier. I started kind of terraforming things and moving things around, but that all halted as soon as the update came out because I just got back into collector mode,
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm not collecting, then I can decorate, but right now I'm just so focused on getting the items that I don't spend time actually using them. So yeah, it's not going to be a complete redesign, but it's pretty huge swaths of my island are getting reworked, And then from there, I really want to move my villagers off the beach and have them have like a proper space where they live, and then just decorate other locations, fill them with stuff.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, that'll be my project coming up. And then kind of related to this, number 3 is redecorate rooms. I want to redo my entire house. It's been pretty cute, but it's all like old non-Happy Home Paradise stuff, and I'm just like, I need to use the new stuff now. So redo my home, which is, how many rooms are we at? Like 6? 4 or 5? Yeah, 6 rooms. Do them all. I want to finally decorate my second character's homes. I have like 5 characters
wow.
on my island, and the rest of them need decorating as well. And then I want to do my villagers' homes as well.
Yeah. It's very satisfying.
Yeah, I don't want to hear anything about it, but there are so many questions I have about it as
Oh.
well. So I think I think that'll be like a stream day at
Oh,
some
Ooh.
point
cool.
where I just kind of redecorate my villagers' homes and see how the whole process works. Because
Nice.
I have questions, but yeah,
Oh, I can't
we'll
wait for
get
you to
there.
do that. I've
Yeah.
been enjoying like staying on theme for them, but just kind of,
Mm,
giving their house a little bit of an oomph.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And I like that too. Like I personally would prefer to do something that they want
Yeah.
than what I want for myself, you know?
Hmm.
Okay, the next three, I don't go too in depth with them, but decorate for the holidays. I
Yeah.
have all of these DIYs. I feel like I never get around to actually using them when it's
Mm.
time to use them.
Yeah.
So I want to actively decorate with the items that are intended for holidays and, different seasons and stuff. From there, these aren't really in-game things, but they are related to Animal Crossing.
Mm.
The first one here, my number 5, record some new Animal Crossing tracks.
Oh.
The music has needed, on this podcast specifically, has needed an update for so long. And I want to just, get some fresh tracks in there for you to listen as transitional music on the show.
Cool.
And then the last one, the inevitable one that's going to happen, I need to clean out my screenshots and my videos
Oh.
on
Oh.
my Switch. I I hit the 1,000 video limit the other day, and so I
What?
cleaned out a lot of videos. But now my screenshots I feel are going to get close to whatever the limit is on that, because every single Happy Home Paradise home you finish, you're just like, oh, I want a
Yeah,
screenshot of that, screenshot
exactly.
of that. It just fills up so quickly. So I want to go through, clean those up, just make sure I have the ones that I really want, you know?
Mm.
Cool. I didn't know that there was a limit for videos.
Yeah.
I've hit it twice. So
Wow.
there's a limit initially before you get, like, if you don't have a micro SD card in your Switch, I think the
Hmm.
limit's 100 videos,
Okay.
Mm.
or like 99, something like that. But once you do put a micro SD card in your Switch, that goes up to 1,000, and I've hit that twice. So I've done this cleanup a couple times. I
Oh
have to do
wow.
it some more.
Hmm.
Yep. So beware, everybody. Check out your videos. See how you're
Ah.
doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually filtering through right now. I'm at 925 videos.
Wow.
So
Oh.
I've taken 25 more since I did this cleanup.
Oh no.
So I guess I like to record a lot of things because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll probably need this clip for YouTube at some point.
Oh, that's
You know?
true.
Yeah. So I just go through, reevaluate, and then I'm like, okay, cool, we're in the clear.
Mm.
Cool. So before we get into Haken's Islander Corner, I do want to share, just at least one personal resolution that we all have outside of Animal Crossing. And yeah, Sergio, it's been a bit since you've talked. What's your one personal resolution you want to share with everybody?
All right. So I'm going to learn acoustic guitar. I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna learn
Yes.
Yeah.
acoustic guitar. I'm waiting for. So it's there's a game called Rocksmith. It's
Yeah.
made by Ubisoft, and I have the old one, but there's a new one coming, and you can actually learn acoustic guitar. The original is just for electric guitar. So I'm waiting for that one to start, but I'm gonna hit the ground running. I'm ready to go. And I think 2 years ago, I started to learn guitar, and I was doing okay. I was, getting there. And the thing is, I dropped out. And consistency is key to this, to a
Hmm.
lot of these resolutions. And if I can give you a little example, last year I was not planning it at the start of the year to lose weight, but it definitely happened. And I would say just stay consistent, and you can make the biggest changes happen. I used to be the guy that, if you get to like a multi-story, like a big building, I'm looking for the elevator, right? But now I actually look for the stairs. It wasn't
Ooh.
just losing weight; it was a complete change in lifestyle and enjoying being active. So just stay consistent, and that's what I'm gonna do with guitar. I'm gonna make it a scheduled thing. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna practice every day, and that's why I know I'm gonna learn it. It's not. I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna do it, and I know that.
Nice.
Yeah, just sticking to things makes you succeed in them.
Yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure.
No, man, I agree completely. I know you're gonna do it. Because, like once you have that experience of just like sticking to something and making it happen, you kind of just know how to do other things after
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
It's surprising, but I don't know. I will say, just as a little anecdote on that experience, like there were lots of reasons I started doing Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast, but one of the biggest reasons was like, I want to learn how to make content consistently.
Mm.
And having this be just part of my normal schedule has like taught me that. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm always trying to push it. And I feel like, I fall short in a lot of ways in that sense, but that's definitely something I'm trying to revisit this year too,
Mm.
where I'm just like, I
That's
want
good.
to maintain consistency with something so it happens instead of me trying to make it
Yeah.
happen, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Nina, what's yours?
Um, Mine might seem kind of silly at first, but I think its overarching goal is just to get better at making art for myself. I make,
Mm,
tons of examples in my school when I make new lesson plans and things like that. And I like to make art at school with my students while they're working to kind of model good working behavior or art making behavior, I guess. But then I come home and I don't make as much art for myself anymore. So my goal for this year is to make a large scale hand drawn map from the Sea of Thieves. So if you
Oh.
play that game, there's just
mm.
this really cool map table, and it's huge. There's like 4 different areas or 5 different areas on the map, and tons of islands. So I'd
Mm.
love to like grid that out and draw it myself just to have somewhere in my home. So that's going to be
That
my
Oh,
sounds
goal.
nice. Yeah.
amazing.
We'll
I
see.
mean,
Yeah.
from the few times I've played Sea of Thieves and everything, I've been consistently impressed with like the maps and just like
Yeah.
how elaborate they are and how much detail goes into that and everything. So
Hmm.
I would love to see this.
Yeah. I mean, this game like literally has taught me how to use a compass. Not that I didn't know how they worked before, but now I can use one very consistently. So, I just kind of want to give back to a game that has given me so much, kind of like
Ah.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I guess my personal one, and this honestly falls kind of in line with yours, Sergio, but in very different wording.
Mm.
Document my experiences and accomplishments. So
Yes.
Mm.
I think the thing that I run into, and probably a lot of other people too, but like my struggle with like making things is often forgetting like what I've done, what I've worked on, what
Mm.
I've made.
Oh.
So I recently got a few notebooks. One is going to track like what I've been watching, the other is going to be tracking what I've been playing on a daily basis, both of these. And then the other one's going to be
Mm.
what I'm creating. So my focus here is on like specifically the creation aspect, and I just want to, remind myself that that I'm working toward these projects. I'm working towards these things and making them happen, but also like inspire myself to like not have an empty day of things. Like I want to be creating stuff all the time, and
Mm.
I want it to serve in two ways. One, to be like a reminder that I'm doing well, and the other to be like an inspiration to keep doing well, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, because I don't know, I'm gonna do an in-depth on this for Chewy Chat, which is I'm basically gonna be revamping it, I feel, for this year.
Mm.
But
Nice.
Chewy Chat's the Patreon exclusive show, and I want to just tell everybody about like the steps I want to take in order to make more content, make more things happen, and you may see it show up in different ways that you don't expect. Like maybe it's a social media post, maybe it's just like some extra Patreon things. And yeah, I just want to have more thought put into what I'm doing and everything. And then just remind myself that, oh, cool, I've done these things, and that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So by the end of the month, I want to be able to like put a little summary together of here's the stuff I did, and just give myself a little pat on the back,
Yeah.
because I think the hardest thing of like working for yourself or trying to do things on your own is that there's like kind of nobody else around to celebrate that with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just becomes something you don't celebrate. And
Mm,
so yeah, that's my main goal. Document experiences and accomplishments, and
nice.
hopefully that just leads to being more creative in the future,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
kind of like what Sergio was saying, being consistent with where you document whatever you're
Yeah.
doing is going to be super helpful also.
Yeah, I'm already really enjoying having these booklets. I've written down entries for every day since December 30th. I got them
Mm.
probably like the 29th or so, and then I opened them up and said, all right, well, let's start filling these things in. So,
Cool.
yeah, it's been in the works for only a few days, so, not too much, but
That's
it
okay.
takes quite a bit to, just build that habit and make it something that is a regular part of your life.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
only day
Yeah.
2, so we're good to go so far.
Yeah, we're doing a great job. All right, everybody. Well, let's go ahead and end this show with Haken's Islander Corner. For those of you who don't know, every single week we ask our patrons on Patreon a question and read their answers out loud here. This week's question was, what are your Animal Crossing New Year's resolutions? So we wanted our audience on Patreon to join in on our fun here, see what the resolutions are. So let's go Nina, then me, then Sergio.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first one is from Gabrielle R., who says, I'd like to finish my wrestling arena to get more experience with custom paths and try for an actual encompassing aesthetic for my next island design. Oh, that's exciting.
Mm.
So like
I
a consistent theme, I guess.
Yeah. What I like about this is that like the custom pathing is something that I haven't played with too much. Like I've played with like making a sweater and things, and I just get really drawn into that, and I've been kind of thinking of the same thing too. Like what if I try to make my own paths? What would I do?
Mm,
Mm.
yeah. Oh, cool.
So the next one is from Lino Lime, and they said, I have just restarted my game, so my resolution is to actually keep my new island for a whole year.
Mm.
Ah.
I've never kept an island for longer than 6 months, so I really want to try to stick this one for all of 2022. That's a really cool way to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the stories of
Oh.
people who like regularly restart and experience things again. So I'm excited to hear from you and see how this whole journey of playing for a year goes. That sounds
Yeah.
great.
Hmm.
Nice. Charlie H said, I have two New Year's resolutions. The first was to join the Haken Patreon. I can't
Ah.
believe I already achieved the resolution. It's only January 1st. Nice. The other was to reset my game and have a new year, new island moment. I have done just that, and I'm loving my new island so far. I have allowed myself a couple of cheats which make the game more pleasurable for me personally, but I won't say what they are for fear of horrifying the Haken team. Happy New Year, everyone. No, no, that's okay. I mean, it's a big step. It's a big reset. If I did that, I would kind of also plan ahead and save some things because it's a big change. But Charlie, we are happy that you're excited and let us know how it goes.
Yeah, and thanks so much for joining the Patreon and supporting.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome, Charlie. Islander M says, I play in Japanese, and whenever I don't know a word, I screenshot it and write it down later so I can study new vocabulary. I've discovered that the passport titles contain a lot of really odd words and phrases that I don't know, so I started from the top and was working my way through translating all of them. My goal for the new year is to finish that list and memorize all of them. It may be impossible, there are a lot of them, but
Mm.
we shall see. This is awesome. So my growing up, my grandfather taught me that whenever I had to look up a word in a dictionary, like a physical dictionary that we had,
Hmm.
I'd always put a dot next to it. And so that if I ever had to look up that word again, I'd realize I already know that word. I just had forgotten it. So you got it, you know it. You just got to kind of keep consistent, keep at it. This is awesome. I know that like Animal Crossing dialogue also uses like kind of really like colloquial, like kind of slang words too. So maybe that's why they're really hard to know and hard to translate. But I think it can only better your Japanese. How exciting!
Yeah, anytime I hear about people playing Animal Crossing Japanese, I'm always just like, man, that's how I should play. I just want to learn Japanese, and that's such a good strategy to like increasing your vocabulary and learning and keeping it a part of your life, you know? Because as somebody who speaks a couple languages, and Sergio, I'm sure you can attest, like you get so much better at them when they're just a part of your life.
Yeah.
It's really hard to like keep up with it if you're not in practice.
Yes.
So it's
this
such a good way to play.
This makes me want to restart Fox Cove again in French.
Yeah, that'd be
Ooh.
great.
Oh, and I need to brush up on my French real bad.
You can ask how Medi feels about the French localization, because I know in the
good
past
idea.
they haven't done the best job with it, from what I've heard.
But honestly, any French right now will be good for me.
That's true. That's true. Well, that's perfect. Yeah, that'd be a cool way to play.
Yeah.
All right, so the next answer is from Turtle Tay, and they said, my resolution is to keep making content for my YouTube channel and to keep collecting all the villager photos. I'm using my amiibo collection to invite every villager to my island and be best friends with them.
Oh, wow.
Luckily, I have all the cards now thanks to the amiibo trading channel Chuy made for Haken. That is amazing. Good job, Turtle Tay. Yeah, that is a really fun goal to go for. I get every photo that I can from my villagers as I swap them out. So
Right.
I'm pretty close to having all of them today. I do have to go and visit Pancho. It's his birthday today. So I'm hoping I luck out and get, I've been rubbing shoulders with him for a while. We're at top friendship, but he just keeps not giving it to me. So I'm thinking he must be saving it for his birthday.
Oh,
right?
that makes
That's what
sense,
it is. Yeah.
Has to be it.
You better give him something good.
For reals.
Nice.
I'll give him something expensive.
Yeah.
Nice. Malcolm said, I have been putting off flattening my island for a while, and I really want to get to it this year. Oh man, Malcolm, it's gonna take a while. It depends on what you prefer to do. If you want to dedicate maybe a weekend to do the whole thing, or put it off section by section, but just be ready. It's gonna take a while, but we wish you the best. It will be worth it for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, Sergio has done it. And his place is super flat.
Super flat. Just remember do they mean flattening like as in restarting, or flattening as in like they just want their island to kind of be old school?
I would guess kind of restarting and rebuilding up, you know?
Okay. That's exciting. Lots of people are starting over.
It's a new year.
Yeah.
So New Horizons is new too.
New year, new horizons, new island. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ben says, 1, finally finish my island and upload my dream address.
Ooh.
2, finish Critterpedia. 3, get to 100 villager photos earned, currently at 25, after playing for about 6 months. And 4, finally get to the point where I can limit myself to 30 minutes a day so that I can just play some other games on my backlog like Pokemon. I just keep finding more things to do. This is true. There's always something to do in Animal Crossing.
Yes.
I think though that like once you are at a point where you feel like your island is finished, then you really can get to those 30 minutes a day more easily. But I know a lot of people feel like their island is never finished. So, so don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah, it's totally all right for it to not be finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have the fun you want to have with it.
Yes.
All right, the next one is from For the Whim, and she said, not time traveling and just enjoying the game as intended. Pressure off. it's a difficult change for people who are used to, like playing when you want and doing what you want, so you can skip through days and have your fun. But it's definitely a interesting experience when you just take it one day at a time.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pressure off needs to be the theme of 2022.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
know. Let's just be easier on
Yeah.
each other and
Yeah.
ourselves,
Carly said, I want to finish up my achievements for Happy Home Paradise and finish my Critterpedia. I definitely slacked off with Animal Crossing New Horizons this year, and I hope to play more regularly in 2022. Those are nice goals. I mean, if you play regularly, I'm sure you will get the Critterpedia done and also the Happy Home Paradise. So, yeah, Carly, good luck with that. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah, but don't try too hard. Just play when you want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take it at your own speed.
Yeah, pressure off.
Pressure off.
Quantrell says, by the time you record this episode, I will have uploaded my final dream address for my day one island and started over with a fresh one. New year, new horizons. Oh my gosh,
There it
another one
is.
restarting.
Nice.
We gotta make a t-shirt. New year, new horizons.
Yeah, I saw Quantrell talk about it in Discord as well, and
Aw.
I've not gotten to go to his island. The one time I tried, we disconnected, and then
Oh.
I didn't really try again. But now that this dream address is here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on stream. I'm just gonna stream it. I'm gonna go to Quantrell's place, see how it goes.
Oh, you should
Ooh.
visit a bunch of Haken islands on stream.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe I'll get a bunch more and just do
Yeah.
that tomorrow with
Very
people.
cool.
Islander Phoebe said, I would really like to finish my island. I flattened for a second time almost a year ago, and I still have a ton of spots that are incomplete, and my beach is still covered in flowers. I really want an island that feels complete again. I know that feeling. It's kind of crushing,
Yeah.
but you can make it. We believe in you. Pressure's
Yes.
off. You got this.
Nice. And Carsey said, my New Year's resolution is to take better care of myself. I take care of people for work and I take care of my children and husband in our home and our cat, but that doesn't leave much time for me. Playing Animal Crossing has been my main form of self-care since March 2020, often playing late at night after everyone is asleep. In 2022, I plan to make more time for exercise, meditation, preparing healthy meals, and creative projects. And Animal Crossing too, of course. Oh, Carsey, that's awesome. We wish you the very best. And yeah, I mean, the better you are, the better you will take care of others. But definitely, you are just as valid. And I think these are very, very good goals that you have.
Yeah, it's really good. I wanted to include this one just to, I feel like Animal Crossing for us is like a part of our lives because we talk about it every week and have this show that goes out, but it's, we make this for people who are a lot like us, who love the game and just it's a part of their daily regiment or, maybe once a week or so, but you log in to feel good and hopefully you can have a really good time this year. And yeah, I think we could all work on taking better care of ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, next week's question, I really like what you put in here, Nina, so I'm going to do it. New year, new horizons, pressure off. I want you all to come up with a new Haken slogan for the year. I'll add it to the intro. The one that maybe we'll make a vote for everything too.
Oh, fun.
We'll add it to the intro. We'll have fun with this one. But yeah, come up with the Haken slogan, or if you just want to keep the one that we just came up with, you can vote for that one too. So yeah, let us know. We're excited to see what you all come up with. And I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode of Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast. If you're sad to see us go, join us over on Discord. You can talk with other people who love Animal Crossing as much as you do, including Sergio, Nina, and me. Want to support Haken in a bigger way and tell us your answers in the Haken Islander Corner? Head over to patreon.com/ChuyPlays. $1 goes a long way to making this show even better and includes tons of goodies for you to enjoy. Get a special role on Discord, read a monthly newsletter, and get many other great rewards. We really appreciate your support and put your money towards some great things on the show. If you're listening on YouTube, New year, new horizons, pressure off, come up with your own Haken slogan. Reviews really help the show get discovered by more people. Please leave a review on your platform of choice and let us know how we're doing. Haken is a wild production brought to you by Chuy, Sergio, Nina, and all of our patrons. We thank you for listening, and we hope you have a great week.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you all next time.